What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be doing the 0% AI challenge. I know that pretty much at this point every man and his dog has done a 0% AI challenge on the F1 games at this point, but there was one in particular that caught my attention, and it was one by Ayrton Veloce. He did this challenge in the Williams around the Monaco Grand Prix, and in his challenge he set about doing a pit stop to try and do like a handicap challenge. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. We're going to be starting from the back at the Monaco Grand Prix. Check out Joe's video. I'll leave a link to it down in the description. You should go subscribe to him as well. He's had some tough times recently with his PC and F1 2019, so I'm sure he'd really appreciate some support on his channel. But yeah, let's get into this race. We're going to be starting from last place. We are going to run our own setup. That's the only advantage we will have, as well as pace. So we'll see. This Williams is going to be pushed to its limits. Let's do it.
We're here to kick off today's race at the infamous Circuit de Monaco. Drivers will need to be on their top form if they want to take home the win today.
We certainly will be. We've got a lot of ground to make up. Not only do we need to overtake 20 cars, but we also need to make a pit stop and then potentially overtake even more cars to win this race. Not to spoil Joe's video, but he didn't manage to fully win the race. But today, I feel like I'm pretty confident of doing so. I feel like Joe didn't manage the race as best as what he possibly could have, and so we're going to make the most of some of his mistakes. So here we go to 5 red lights for the 0% AI challenge. Away we go in Monaco. Let's see what we can do. If there's going to be a track where the AI are going to be super weak versus us, this is the one. Turn 1, very aggressive off the start. We need to make up as many places as what we possibly can. A bit of a wall touch there as we try to get around Kimi Räikkönen, but otherwise we got through quite nicely and already nearly halved our grid position before we even get to the end of the first sector split. Hulkenberg going a bit slowly at the top of Casino Square. It's just just a case of trying to react to whatever the hell the AI are going to do. They are a little bit unpredictable in a very tentative kind of way, given that they are on 0% AI. They're just going to be absolutely dawdling through the corners. It's going to be very important as we ghost through Magnussen, or he goes through us, more like. It's going to be important to not get caught up in crashes because these guys are going so slow. It's important to pick your moments of when you go for a dive and when you don't. Lance Stroll has been disqualified, and this is why Giovinazzi parked it on the apex of the hairpin, and Stroll was just like, no, I'm out of here, chief, and doesn't want to take any further part in the Monaco Grand Prix. He doesn't even have any damage, so I don't know what the deal is. He's just given up and held up my teammates and one of the Toro Rossos for good measure. But back to our race. We're in P8. Make that P7 as we go round the outside of Romain Grosjean through the swimming pool chicane. I've never seen an overtake there, ever. But we are creating opportunities in places that really shouldn't be there. Gasly, very slow through the last corner, had to prioritize getting a better exit, and my patience has paid off as we saw past him. Up the inside of Vettel as well into turn 1. So already after one lap, we have found 15 positions in this race. So we're setting ourselves up quite well for the rest of this Grand Prix. We've got 3 more laps to go. We do need to make a pit stop at this stage, or in this race at some point, as Verstappen blocks us off quite nicely there. Thank you very much for that. Around the outside in Mirabeau. Somehow we don't have damage after the contact with Verstappen, and also the contact with the barrier on the first lap. Very lucky to get away with those moments of contact. But yes, we do need to make another stop in this race. It's almost like in Rallycross, how you need to take a joker lap. I think I might take it towards the end of the race as we dive up the inside of Lewis Hamilton into the Nouvelle chicane. We have the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix. I feel like it'd be almost silly to make a stop now. There's 2 options. You either stop on the first lap, which I don't know if that makes sense, or you can stop on the last lap, which I think is what we'll do. So we're going to utilize the fact that we have clear air now in this race. We're going to pull a gap, or as much of a gap as we can, make our stop, and then overtake whoever the hell we need to win this race. that's how we're going to manage this race. I think Joe stopped like on this lap, which, yeah, certainly made life more difficult for him. But, yeah, we're just going to take the Joker lap, if you will, towards the end of the race. But for the moment, this is our first lap in clear air. We're going to see what the delta is versus some of those cars behind us. Our best so far is a 13.7, but we could easily knock that marker off by a couple of seconds, I reckon, as we fly through the final chicane. A lot of time to be found there through to Rascats and the final corner. Not making any mistakes is very crucial not to make any around here in Monaco. Consistency more so is important than pace around this Grand Prix circuit. We're lucky that we have both. 12.5, and yeah, we really stretched out the gap to the cars behind. So let's see what it is actually.
Hamilton behind. The gap to the car behind is 13.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 21.2.
121.2, so we're like 8 or 9 seconds faster than the AI at the moment, and yeah, we're not outside of the pit window at the moment. We need to push as much as we can on this lap. That's a time penalty for us as well, which certainly won't help our chances of winning this race, but it's going to be touch and go as to whether we can clear the front runners before making our stop here. So this is going to be very close as we make our pit stop. Not only do we have to drive through the pit lane, we have to change tyres as well, which is going to lose us the best part of about 20 seconds. So yeah, I really can't call this. I don't know who's going to emerge out in front. It looks like the AI have actually lost a lot more time than I thought they did through the last half a lap. So I think we might actually rejoin in clear air here. It might be close though, so we'll have to wait and see. Here's Hamilton and Bottas going through the final corner. We're coming out of the pit lane now, so I think we might have this here, guys. We have the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix on the last lap. We've made our pit stop, and now we can just cruise home to the end because the challenge is essentially already over. We have a 2-second time penalty, but we're 9 seconds a lap faster than the AI. So to answer the title of the question, yes, we are the best part of 9 or 10 seconds faster than the AI at this circuit, which is absolutely crazy. So at its worst, yeah, well, it could actually be even worse. If we jumped in the Mercedes, we could be maybe 13, 14, 15 seconds pushing it faster than the AI. But there's a win for Kubica.
Nice work, that's P1. Race win, well done.
It's been coming for a while, this one. What an excellent win for Williams. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think? Williams have put in an incredible performance out on the track today. I'm glad all the hard work of theirs has finally paid off.
There you go, chaps. Take this in, because you may never see this again in the world of Formula One. A, Robert Kubica winning a race, and B, probably the more sad thing, you may never see Williams win a race either again. But there we go, we've done it. We've conquered the 0% AI despite making a pit stop. Like taking candy from a baby.
Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
No doubt in my mind, I have to give it to Robert Kubica. Everyone else needs to be taking notes, because that was an absolutely textbook performance from him.
Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Thanks, Anthony. I really appreciate that. Everyone get your notepads out. Take notes, because that is how you do the Monaco Grand Prix against the easiest possible AI on the planet. Honestly, is there a single person who cannot beat 0% AI? Surely my mum could beat them. You'd hope so anyway. Well, if you crash out, I guess you don't beat 0% AI. But there you go. That has been this challenge for today, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you need to see plenty more racing game content. I really do enjoy doing the odd challenge or two. So over the course of the next infinite amount of time on my channel, I guess we'll try and do more of these things, because they're really fun to do, to just do something a little bit different. Like I said, check out Joe's channel to see his attempt at the 0% AI challenge, and was obviously the inspiration for this video. But yeah, to answer the question again, 8 seconds faster, or 8 seconds slower. That's how slow technically the 0% AI are, which is really insane. Could even be more if we jumped in a faster car. And, well, if we went to a track like Spa, the gap could be maybe 20 seconds. That would be, wow, I don't even want to think about that. Singapore, they'd be super slow at as well. But here's the highlights to round out this video. A lot of aggressive passes to make. This Williams, I gotta say, it didn't feel horrible. Due in part because of the high downforce and as well the AI making me look a lot better than what I was. So, driving around this place felt, yeah, pretty nice despite being in an absolute dog of a car. But that's it from me today. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next video, God knows what it's going to be, but stay tuned to see what that is, and hopefully it's just as fun as this one. Until the next one, guys, I'll see you next time.